Alright guys, welcome to the Media Hijack Podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris Unholy Jesus.
Welcome back, family. Happy Saturday.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Media Hijack. This is episode 171. Before we get started, if you guys want some official Media Hijack t-shirts, you can head over to themediahijack.com. Grab you some official t-shirts, stickers, jackets. Do we got socks? We don't got socks, but yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet. Grab you all of that. And then for audio listeners, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Oh, and you can also catch the replay for this live Twitch video on YouTube. I got the links all down there below. And if you guys are listening to us on audio, and if you ever want to join us live on Twitch, we're here every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And come join. It's free. Everything is free. Come talk to us. It gets a little lonely and cold, you know.
All right, come talk weird shit with us.
Yeah, we got Roll Jam in the house. Like Roll Jam, he watches all our videos.
Oh yeah, thanks, man. Shout out to you.
Shout out to Roll Jam. Let's go. All right. Oh, before we get started, I want to wish everybody a happy Chinese New Year.
Yes.
Year of the Dragon, which is, that's like to me one of the most hardcore animals in the whole zodiac.
Yes, I was mad. I found out, I think mine's a rat. I was like, what?
You dirty rat.
I was like, what the fuck? All these cool animals, I get a rat.
Well, rats are known to be like artists, though. Like, they're very creative.
Yeah, I did see that when I was reading one time. And they have like cool qualities, but a rat.
You're 85?
Yeah.
You're an ox. You're not a rat.
Oh, I thought, ox is cool then. I thought rat was, what's the year is that, 86?
85 is an ox.
I thought 85 was a rat. Oh, man.
Well,
cool.
We can double check. But, because my brother's 85 and he's an ox.
I'll say I'm ox too then, yeah.
He's a cow.
Roberto.
But yeah, like speaking of like the dragon, you know Satan is actually known as the dragon?
So, only because there's this movie called The Dragon, and it's about Hannibal Lecter who eats people. And I think there might be a tie. I always thought that was like a tie to like the devil or something like that. But yeah.
Yeah, but the direct reference, it actually came from the Book of Revelation, where they actually referred to Satan as the dragon. So I was like, oh, okay.
Shit, devil.
Okay, dragon with your big ass wings.
Right? Damn, dragons are cool too.
Yeah. I got like a little myth and legend, like for fun, about Chinese New Year.
Okay.
Like so the like back then, right? They believed that there was like this beast a mythical beast that will come prey on humans every eve of New Year's, and then the way people would protect themselves, they would, like the villagers, they would put food out at the door, so like like an offering. So when the beast came, he came and just ate it all up and just left them alone. And then another thing is like they said the beast is afraid of like loud noises, like fireworks. And the color red, that's why red is like being worn a lot, like during the festival.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, that's like just a myth, like their legends that they tell. But there's a whole bunch of other stories about the whole Chinese New Year's and the significance of it.
Cool shit.
But yeah, let's get started. So the first topic for the night, we're gonna talk about the Solway Firth Spaceman mystery. So what exactly is this? The first time I heard about this was actually yesterday. I was like, man, I need to find a story that I've never heard of. And then I came across this story.
Yeah,
so
this is brand new, man. When you told me, I was like, I have no idea.
It sounds weird, right?
At all.
Solway Firth, yeah. Okay,
yeah.
So, all right, so this incident, it happened in 1964. This man named Jim Templeton, he's a firefighter and a photographer from England. And this one day in 1964, he took a photograph of his daughter, like at Solway Firth, which is the location he took it at. It's like a grassy field. And then when he got the photo developed, you look at the photo, there's a spaceman behind the girl. And he was like, what the hell is this?
Like full spacesuit, like the helmet and everything? Like the whole...
Yeah, dude, wait till you see it. It's weird.
Uh-oh.
Because, when he took the photo, like his wife was like behind him. And he said when he took the photo, he's like, "There's nobody in the grassy field. It's just his daughter." So he was all like, he was telling the guy that developed it, it's like, "Hey, did you mess with these photos? Like, did you manipulate them?" Now this is 1964, so they were still doing the film, the negative film stuff. So there was no Photoshop or nothing. So this is it's crazy. So
that was all dark. That was all dark room shit. Like,
yeah, old school. Like Stranger Things.
Man. Right.
Can't fake nothing.
Right.
So like so the public reaction like to this photo, like it gained like international attention. Like there is a bunch of people saying like it could be an astronaut or like an astronaut ghost or like a ET being. There's a lot of theories about it because it is a like a legit real photo because he got it analyzed by experts like like the company Kodak. I don't know if they're still around. So Kodak, they looked at the negative film and in the photo, they're like, yeah, this is like an exact match from the negative film. So they're like, it's genuine. It hasn't been tampered with. Even the police officers examined it. They're like, I mean, I don't know what the police officers know, but they examined it, and they're like, just like, yeah, like we're baffled just like you guys. And I'm about to show you guys this picture right now. All right, where is it?
Yes.
Here's a full photo of it, and then I'm gonna do a close up. You see it?
Fuck.
Does that look crazy?
He said, "Hello."
Yeah, there's a close up. That's clearly a dude in some like a bee outfit or something.
Like a beekeeper or an astronaut man.
Yeah.
It's like command. Like we landed the wrong location. Pull me out.
Yeah, so weird, right? Like it's almost like a glitch in the Matrix, like just happened in that one split second.
So the father at the time when he took the picture, he didn't see the astronaut man at all in the background.
He was baffled. Like he was like, so people were saying like maybe it's your wife. It's like no, my wife was right behind me when they took the photo.
She foreplaying as an astronaut? Like was she?
Yeah, even if it's his wife, like the angle of it is weird. It's just
First of all, it looks too damn hot to be in an astronaut suit out there. It's like the sun all out, no trees, no shade.
Yeah, and if it was like an astronaut, like it has to be like a giant ass astronaut, right?
Because
look at like
he's tall as shit.
Yeah, this shit. Yeah, it's weird. It's really out of place.
Yo, what if it's one of them things like what's that dude? Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar when he went to the black hole and he was like,
dude.
Murph, what's his daughter's name? Murph, and then like with the bookcases and shit, like he's a ghost.
Could be him from the future or something. Like trying to, like because he died like maybe like prematurely, and he's just trying to spend some time with his daughter. But then he is on the other side, and he happens to find like a time machine or something to jump like timelines, and then he just wanted to see his daughter just for that one time.
Or
and then try to be like the proof, like where they took the picture. So it'd be like, hey, that's me.
Or what if it's her daughter from the future?
Oh shit!
There's an astronaut that goes back like I see my mama because she died when I was young and I never got a chance to see her. And boop boop, boop boop. I'm right here with my mom as a child.
Check the picture. That's me.
That's trippy shit, man. Damn. So the camera detected it, but the human eye couldn't.
Yeah, it's reminding me of like Ruby's picture. Like my niece.
Right.
She took and there was like a ghost in the back, like peekaboo.
Yelling like, hey.
Just rolled out of bed. Says looks like a hazmat suit.
Oh,
yeah, it does. A hazmat suit or like a bee suit.
Right. But here's that's supposed to be. I don't know.
Like here's another weird thing about like this story, right?
That's wild.
He said like it caught like the interest of the government. So he said like two guys like dressed in black even visit him and then asked to see where he took the photo and everything. But like after he explained to them, it's like, yeah, I took it at Solway Firth and blah blah blah, just this camera I use and stuff. But then they got all the information, they just bounced. So I thought that was weird.
Oh yeah,
right back in the 60s.
Anytime they show up, you found something. You better
like
you stumbled on something that they don't know.
They're like, oh shit, somebody like there was an anomaly that happened in this location. We want to just write all the notes down so we could see like maybe at that certain location there might be where the veil is a whole lot thinner than other places.
Yeah,
Like it's kind of more open there.
yeah. I have this theory that like as we go on as humanity in the future and all that, that eventually we're gonna abandon the whole space travel shit. I think we're gonna like as far as like exploring it with like drones, yeah. But as far as like what humans need to do to get off this planet, I feel like they're gonna find a way to where we're not gonna be like astronauts. I don't know what the term would be called for, but multiversal knots. Where they're gonna be sending people through portals to basically like some Stargate type shit. And what if
Like
this is like the like while this may be the present for us, maybe they coming from the future and just
Yeah.
checking in on random stuff, testing it out maybe, and because that's why I always had this theory about same thing with ghosts too, almost the same exact way. When I was like, okay, like thinking outside the box of like, hey, ghosts are just like the undead spirits. I was like, what if it's like a weird glitch where in reality we're coexisting at the same time, and we just like they just popping in and shit, like
Yeah. Oh, dude.
like
Yeah,
like in the game.
Oh, go ahead.
So, like in the game Fallout,
Mm-hmm.
the whole concept of well, a huge part of the game is that the game takes place in like the year 2000 and something or 21 something whatever, and but it still acts and looks like the 50s. It just looks futuristic. Like some timelines get stuck and never changes like its culture or ways. And I was like, what if it's kind of like that too? Like the reason why these ghosts are popping up here. That even though in our timeline they're dead, maybe, but in their world they're still alive and existing right at the same time as us. It's weird, I guess. I don't know. I'm talking crazy, but
Yeah, it could just be like that. Like all these timelines exist in all at the same time. And then sometimes like we'll see like a glitch in our reality where two of the timelines are actually meeting up
cross
together.
paths,
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be like cross path, and then something will move in your room, but actually it's somebody in the other timeline moving whatever it is.
right,
And they're
right.
probably freaked out by you too. Like, like sometimes you make too much noise at 2 o'clock because you work the night shift and shit. They're like, damn, every time at 2 o'clock,
Yeah,
I hear the door shaking, but it's just you coming home
in my world.
in your world.
Yes.
It's just like that one movie where the family is like in the 60s or some shit, right? And then they say they have like a haunting at that house, right? But then like
Yeah.
later down, like towards the end of the movie, they found out it was like a family from the future, like doing like a seance and shit. And then
Yeah,
they actually saw her, and then they both saw each other for a split second, and both of them were scared.
yeah. It's called The Others.
Yeah, the others, yeah.
Yeah, it's good as movie, man. It's about
Yeah.
the mother and her two children. I think this is like back in like early 1900s, or I think World War One
Yeah,
era.
yeah, it was way back then. Yeah.
She's waiting for her husband to come home from war, but then she goes to like this depression, and the kids are sick and ill. But then you find from the end of the movie that spoiler alert, this movie like 20 years old now. You find at the end of the movie that because they had these hauntings in his house, they kept seeing this little boy running around, but they come to find out that the family. Like the movies actually takes place like in I think the 60s or whatever it was you
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
like I
yeah.
think the 60s, and then you come to find out this whole the mother and her children are actually the ghosts and they want doing a seance, and,
Yeah.
and the little boy being there that they thought was a ghost the whole movie, but then the seance, the mom pops up and realizes like, oh my god, I died, and then finds out from the seance lady that she lost her mind, killed her two kids because her husband was gone, and then offed herself. So it was like a murder suicide thing, and then they just haunt the house and didn't even realize it the whole damn movie. That shit was good, man.
That shit was
Underrated
so
movie. You
trippy.
hear people talk about it, but it was cool.
Yeah, the others. You guys gotta watch that.
Check it out,
Watch it
man.
twice. All right, so back to the story real quick. So another weird thing about like this whole thing at that time when it happened, right? Here's like another strange coincidence that happened. So there's like a missile launch that happened in Australia, and it was aborted due to a sighting of two large men at the firing range. So like the officials, they describe these two large men like wearing like white outfit, like that photo that we just saw with the girl. It looks like
Right.
these two big guys like that, and this happened in Australia at a launch site, and they had to abort the whole missile launch site because they're like, holy shit, who are these two large men? And this happened at around the same time that the picture was taken, the photo was taken with that girl.
Uh-oh.
That's weird, right?
So they show up at the launch site and they had to cancel the launch because these two
Because they
beings
couldn't,
just popped.
yeah, they couldn't figure out
Yeah,
who
yeah,
they
yeah,
were,
that's-
so it became like a security issue.
Right. You all up on the rocket and shit. It's about to take off.
Like, hey, slow down! Look at those two big ass white men. How you know they're men? Yeah.
Looking like Larry Bird.
Yeah, so like this whole phenomenon that happened, like till this day, it's still unexplained. Like nobody could explain that photo. So it's like it was a worldwide phenomenon that we didn't even know about. Like it just fell off the map. But if you're living in the '60s, I'm pretty sure you saw that famous photo. Cause like looking at that photo, I could have sworn I saw it like a long time ago, like just randomly, and I never even thought much of it. I was like, oh, astronaut in the back, cool Photoshop, you know? Not even knowing like the background story.
This shit's real.
Yeah, had no idea.
He looked like he just popped up out of nowhere too, man. Like he just like bloop bloop, just blipped in and then.
Yeah, look at that.
Where's his vehicle? Where's his rover or anything? He ain't got nothing. He just bloop.
Imagine his back is just turned. It's like, it's like nice fields. Not even realizing he just got captured.
Right.
Now he in trouble because you gotta explain to the world. It's like, no, we don't. Just say they can't figure it out. End of story.
Why you photobomb this child?
like, oh shit, my bad. You were like jumping realities and you got caught. He probably got suspended for like a month.
I was like, this guy's got fired
with no pay.
He's in the future unemployment line. That's his.
Yeah, the coordinates were off. He was supposed to be at the launch site because maybe Australia was doing some, some shady missile launch.
Australians so innocent.
Like, oh shit, this doesn't look like a launch site. This is like a grass field. Because it looks like he's about to scratch his head. Like, how'd I get here? Yeah. Because if you look at it again, right, look, his arm is on his waist. He was like, how'd I get here?
Yeah, he's
what's going on here?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Where's the missiles?
Hey, Scott, you got this coordinates right? No, he's like this, like,
Scott, where are you?
Copy.
Yeah.
Man is lost.
But yeah, that's a story with that. So
that's cool as shit. Damn, I don't know how we didn't hear about this.
I know it went under the radar.
Right.
We need one of those books that just has like 1,000 conspiracies or like mysteries that's never been solved. The ultimate unsolved mystery.
All right. I'm gonna do some more research about this when I do the edit. Cause I notice this thing when I do the edit. I always like look up stuff so I can find videos to put into the edit.
Yeah.
And then I want reading the shit that you talked about. I read more in depth into it, so I'll be like extra learning.
Yeah,
like,
you're gonna come across some good stuff because there's photos like of his wife and stuff like crawling out of the picture.
What? With
their white legs, but yeah, that's why people were suggesting that. Oh, it could be a wife. It's like, no, she was behind me when I took it. I just said that.
How tall is his wife?
Normal height, but they're just trying to make it like try to figure out what exactly is it. It's a spaceman. What else? Okay, we're gonna leave it at spaceman. All right, Chris. Next topic for the night.
All right. Where my fucking notes? Okay. So let's talk about Chernobyl because they're finding out the mutant wolves. For anybody who's not familiar with Chernobyl is an incident that happened in the 80s out in Russia. A nuclear reactor leak fucked everything up. Humans can't live there for the next 1,000 years. It's a mess. And they got a good documentary on, I can't remember if it's on Netflix or something, whatever. But I saw a documentary years ago talking about Chernobyl and the event. They also have a series on HBO Max if you want to check out Chernobyl. I've never seen it, but I've heard other people I've known other people that have seen it, and they said it was really good. But Chernobyl was a horrible incident. It kind of woke up a lot of people's eyes on how deadly radiation can be. Because like I said, humans can't live there for the next 1,000 years. But while humans can't live there, animals have they have flourished there, man. Especially like the dog population. They have like thousands of feral dogs running around there, and a lot of scientists go there annually to like check them out and everything, and just to make sure because all the animals, the plants, everything's all radiated, and so what the animals are eating, they're getting radiation. But thing is, though, it's not killing the animals, and it's been like that for decades. And these animals are just thriving. And so recently, they found out. What's that?
Oh, I was like. Well, before you start, like, here's another, like, weird thing about the whole radiation stuff. You know how, like, Japan, right? They also had, like, the same incident where the power plant was, like, destroyed and stuff. And they say, this area is not going to be usable for the next 1,000 years. But then now that area is actually usable. So I'm confused.
The tsunami, right?
Yeah, the tsunami one.
I think a lot of that leaked into the ocean.
Oh damn!
Didn't it?
Poor dolphins.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure how that happened because I know that is weird though. For real, it's supposed to be like because that was like the after Chernobyl, that whole Japan thing was like the next big nuclear reactor issue we had. But that was like more that was nature involved. So I don't know how the fuck.
Yeah, they have like tour guides that take you there, and then they're like, hey, this is where all the nuclear stuff got leaked, and then people are like, is it okay to even come here?
For real, man.
It's okay. We're Japanese. We know what we're doing.
Relax, it's okay.
Relax, Becky. Put that seatbelt back on.
Relax. Take a deep breath. Breathe in all this air.
And then you hear the machine that detects like radiation. It just goes off.
Yeah, the Geiger counter. Like,
yeah, like oh shit, dude's taking a U-turn. My bad. I don't know. I didn't know. I just work here.
I was supposed to make a left, not a right. Shit.
My bad.
The wrong way.
Right.
Yeah, so like I was saying, like Chernobyl, humans can't live there for the next 1,000 years. I will actually want to go in the future. I would love to see the day when humans can go back and who's going to be like planting a flag there, like, hey, we can move back here now because that place is abandoned. And if you see videos of Chernobyl and pictures, it looks like the 80s still. Like the shit is untouched because when it happened, everybody had to get that shit and leave and just leave immediately. But the animals stayed and thrived and been eating radiated food and they got radiation themselves, radiation in their poop and everything. But so they've been finding out that these mutant wolves, which they refer to these animals as mutants because that's what they are, just mutants. Because on a genetic level, they're not the same as any other dogs out there. Even the feral dogs, genetically, they're not the same as regular dogs. Like the radiation has completely changed them. I'm pretty sure one day they're gonna rise up and become like bipedal with 2 legs and try to overthrow humans. But as of right now, they're just dogs. And it says mutant wolves have evolved anti-cancer abilities now. So they find out these wolves out here in Chernobyl because they like absorb so much radiation in their body that they have a high level of resistance to cancer now. So now Russia and scientists over there are trying to figure out like hey, how can we get a hold of this cancer dogs, these anti-cancer wolves, because they may change human longevity in many one different ways. And so it says the radiation that the dogs are exposed to every single day for their entire lives is actually that's over like 6 times the legal limit of what humans could deal with. So the radiation that these wolves have in them is 6 times like lethal than what a human could take. And they just walk around there and be fine. They're fine. They're having puppies. They're actually saying they're overbreeding right now. They said they're actually taking over the area. Overbreeding, and they're immune to almost basically radiation and cancer. And so this lady, her name was Kara Love. She's like a scientist. She was actually doing like actually research on the wolves out there. And she had like these collars on them. And these collars were detecting like the amount of radiation in them, what they was eating, everything, just tracking their entire lives. And but they had to cancel the research because one, COVID-19 started popping off in the middle of the research, and the war between Russia and Ukraine, which is still going on right now to this day. It's still a thing. But that was going on between Russia and Ukraine. So they completely had to cancel the project. But they're saying whenever things calm down, they're going to get back out there and start trying to track down more wolves and extract this anti-cancer blood from them and then see how it works with humans or how can they make it to like probably a damn pill one day. If you got cancer, take this fucking pill. Hey, you cancer be gone in 7 days. You know, you'll be all right.
Imagine like they get that blood, right? They start messing with it, and then they inject like a human for like an experiment, and then he end up turning into like that shit off of Resident Evil. The big ass dude. He has a whole trench coat.
What the fuck is his name? Nemesis.
Yeah, I was like, what? What happened? Oh, we're trying to do some cancer research using blood from a werewolf from a radioactive site. We didn't know. We were just messing around and woke up one day.
And now he's biting people and infecting them. Like,
where'd he get that bazooka? Like, damn.
Bazooka, guys.
Got like military weapons and shit. Like, holy shit. Like, we're living in a movie right now.
Where'd he get that trench coat?
Yeah, I would think like werewolf, like, their genes are a whole lot more like prone to like harsh environments like that because they live outside. Like they don't have AC or the heat when it gets cold. Like they have to adapt to whatever their environment is. So I don't know. I mean, take that blood. Let's see what happened.
I'm down for it, man. Cancer has destroyed a lot of people's lives, and cancer is horrible, man. That shit
Yeah,
is a slow. Like I've never really
it's a
experienced a family member catching it like that, but I've known people whose like parents have passed away from it, and like I had a friend whose parents passed away from cancer. Was like it's like watching them die
slow
in
motion.
slow motion.
Yeah,
Yeah, every day you watching them die, and it's like fuck. So
yes.
I'm all for it, man. If you can get this wolf blood, and I don't know, hopefully nobody transform into a werewolf. That's gonna be another problem to deal with. But radiation.
Just take them ankles out.
But yeah, so radiated werewolves might be the cure for cancer going forward. They trying, man.
You think that's
I can't have cancer?
You think that's like them beating around the bush? Like maybe like another department already found like the cure to cancer, but it's on the back shelf because like the cure for cancer doesn't actually generate money.
Yeah, I always thought that. I always thought that.
Yeah.
Whoever this car I love scientist lady is, they probably gonna offer or something because
they're probably giving her like the runaround, like, hey, like here's a wolf. They don't got cancer, so they could continue research. So they'd be like, hey, humans are actually doing something, but they're giving them the runaround. Like, all right, go check the wolf out, and then like keep them busy for another 20 years,
right?
and then they're gonna hit the wall. They hit the wall, like, oh yeah, wolf blood. We can't do nothing with that.
There's no profit in cures, man. None.
Yeah, that's not a good business.
Get these people stuck in medical debt for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, the sick care system.
And then they die, and their parents, and then their next of kin gotta pay that damn bill.
Yeah, like damn.
Like, come on, man. At least if I die, at least let me take it with me.
Take my debt, Billy Jr. There goes your whole life. That was expensive.
Rojan says, super sus on YouTube goes there to Urban Explorer and they get caught and kicked out. Yeah, man. So many people you see on YouTube like got videos out. Man, straight up, man. What the? They braving than me. I would never, ever go anything near this radiation. That shit is. Yeah, oh my god.
Yeah, it's been.
I saw a video one time. Was that?
Yeah, it's been like a while, like since it happened. Like you think, like, you know how like mycelium, right? It takes like whatever is dirty, and then it actually filters out everything, so it cleans like nature back. It's like nature's filter. So you think like after all this time, the mycelium already like filtered out all that radiation.
This process is broken down, I guess.
Yeah, because like people are going there like for fun. Because I'm pretty sure it's still active, but it's not as active as it was like in the first 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. We should go for ourselves to find out. I didn't play the Ouija board.
I don't know.
On top of that, then do a seance on top of that.
Oh damn! Trying to bring the end of the world?
Hey, yo, Corey, you got the black candles? Where the candles?
Right, got them right here. In both hands.
That's
but no, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, that was it for that story. Ain't nothing too long about that. That's just interesting, man. Chernobyl was sort of it changed a lot of things in this world, especially our knowledge on nuclear power plants. But as far as I don't know, these animals there, man, they're strange, man. You can watch anything on YouTube that's got shit about it and like learn about these animals and the plants like there and how them being around so much radiation has kind of like people like looking like, hey, what the fuck? Like this shit should kill everything in the area, but it's thriving and it's actually thriving even more than what people think, because they've had like people go out there to explore Chernobyl and then come in contact with feral dogs, and they said like some dogs have been issues, some dogs kind of just watch them keep walking, but it's like some real Fallout shit, man. It's straight up.
I mean, like those animals, like they have deformities, right? Like they're not just healthy animals.
No? Like not like no 3 eyes, no nothing. They look like regular ass animals. Even the feral dogs out there. They look all rough.
How many years has passed since the incident?
86. So what we at?
About 37 years
now? Yeah, 37 years now, yeah.
Okay, so 37 years, right? Let's say the first 10 years, like everything is getting cleaned up by nature. And then let's say like now, like animals being born there now, like they're already evolved already to where their body can take the radiation. So
yeah.
Yeah, because maybe before they were really getting fucked up to where they were
Yeah.
getting poisoned, but at the same time they're still surviving. And then you know how radiation, cancer can't survive in that type of stuff, But
Right. Right.
these animals they slowly survive, but then they evolve, and now we're getting like a clean version of what their ancestors went through.
Yeah. The article I was reading about it was like on IFC Science or IFL Science. They were talking about how because obviously these dogs and wolves that run around an area, they aren't the same as the obviously they weren't around in '86, but they talk about through generations of because they say like when the pups they give birth to are already radiated, like they radiated dogs.
But are they cute though?
But yeah, they grow up to be big ass wolves and everything. Yeah, they look adorable. They little radiated
You'll
monsters.
take care of it until it gets adult size. Like, nah, Jacob, you gotta leave. You're too big.
Yeah. Yeah, this is guy I saw on YouTube a while ago. He went in there to actually investigate the whole dogs thing before this whole cancer story came out. Just because like they were the ones that's thriving the most out of anything as far as like other than plants, other than actual life over there. As far as animals, wolves and dogs have been thriving the most. And he went there and then they were like shooting dogs with tranquilizers. Dogs be knocked out and they was like checking them out or whatever, getting like samples from them. And they're like, man, this dog's irradiated and so is this damn puppy is irradiated. But they show no signs of like they're dying at all. Like this is like, if you didn't know this was Chernobyl, you would think there's regular wolves. But they said like if you look at them on a genetic level, man, vastly different from regular dogs now. They're gonna watch. They're gonna become like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but wolves. We're gonna have a problem.
Cool. I'm cool with that.
And they fight back against humanity. They're gonna demolish us.
Damn. Yeah.
They breathe so fast.
They move fast, like on Twilight. Like they're really aggressive.
Yeah. The camera's all blurry.
Yeah, the shapeshifters.
But that's it.
Well, to survival of the fittest. Basically, like if there's like a bomb that got thrown on us, right, and then we survive the fallout. Of course, like once we start going above the surface and looking for supplies to survive, we're gonna be, we're gonna take in all that radiation.
Yeah.
And then our kids are gonna have a little tiny trace of this radiation, but evolved form.
A more resistance to it, yeah.
So instead of Billy Walters, Billy Ocean. Showing out. Billy Oceans. A big body of water, right? So a little tiny drop of radiation is nothing, not even detected, because he's an ocean of water. You know how they say humans are 70% water?
Yeah.
Well, he's 80% water.
Full of radiation.
They're like, damn, this motherfucker got 80% water.
Evolved.
He took like that quote from Bruce Lee, like literally, be water.
Oh, the water? Yeah, be water, yeah.
Yeah, radiation can't survive. A little tiny drop of radiation. What is that? We get radiation from looking at the microwave.
Man, cell phones, use laptops, you can't keep shit nowhere near your balls.
Like shit. Speaking of like cell phones, you heard the Chinese people, they invented a nuclear battery that could last literally like forever for your whole lifetime.
For a cell phone?
Yeah, for like a cell phone, any device. Small device,
never trust that.
So a cell phone that never dies. I think it said like the lifespan of that battery for like to power up like an iPhone is like 50 years. So so they're messing with nuclear batteries. So I was like, holy shit, that might be the thing, right? Like cars running on a nuclear battery instead of running on like whatever metals they got from Africa. Like now they're doing nuclear shit. I think this is why they gave us like the nuclear technology is to move forward like using that energy for real clean energy, like for us instead of us to keep using gas or whatever. But you know how like the whole nuclear thing, like it's so complicated. Like if there's like a little fuck up, it's a big problem. But it's it's the cleanest energy because there's like
that's how Chernobyl happened.
Yep, that's scary.
It's like one fuck up and it wiped out a whole fucking town. It's like, man, you gotta be careful with this shit, man. It's so
the same thing happened like in Pennsylvania, right, where they offered like the area in Pennsylvania, like, hey, we're gonna give you like a power plant, like it's the place is gonna be booming, and then you guys are gonna, be really successful there. Everybody's gonna live a good life there. But then they actually had like a meltdown over there, like in Pennsylvania, whatever island it was, And
And
that shit
everybody
is
had it back away.
scary. Yeah, they all had it backed away. And in the area, like people say they still get sick and stuff. And then there's like a high school that's near the area. People, they get headaches, nosebleeds. And I forgot what the name,
Oh,
because they made a documentary on it.
I think I heard about that. Yeah, was the high school built on top of it?
I think
I
so.
think
I
I
remember you
can't
told
remember.
that story. I don't know if it's the same area, but it might
Yeah,
it
that's
might
I'm thinking
be.
about that story. Yeah,
It
yeah,
might
yeah.
be, yeah.
The kids getting migraines and coming to find out they got like fucking cancer. It's like the damn school's built on top of a nuclear test site. That's
Right.
wild.
So like the whole nuclear shit, nuclear energy, like if you can use it all correctly, that's the future right there.
Yeah,
That's like learning how to harness like the power of the sun. It's like nuclear energy.
straight up, man.
Yeah, but
And
just gotta learn
the
how to
sun
play
is,
with it. Yep.
yeah, the sun makes everything work, man.
Yeah. Well, like a civilization one, right?
Still, oh yeah, we still on that.
Yeah, that's a big thing though. Like able to like
Yeah,
harness the
that's
power of the sun.
hell yeah. Road Jam says, sounds a lot like Fallout and nuclear cars. Yeah, the video game Fallout. Yeah, man, that game is wild, man. Yeah, they do the people that lived before the pre-nuclear war happened. Everybody was driving like nuclear power cars, and damn near like,
Make it happen.
man, yeah, it
I
was
want. I
wild.
mean,
But then,
we only got like what 25 good years left. I want to see it happen.
right, in the game too, like if you blow up a car, that shit blows up like a fucking nuke, though.
That's dope.
So it's like if you see a car on fire and Fallout, you be like, you better run. That's just going like mushroom cloud. I'm talking about.
See, but I mean, by the time that happens, right, we probably have the technology to reverse time.
Hell
So there's gonna be a lot of reversing.
yeah. What did that went did?
Like damn.
Bob says they were exposed to radiation, and those people that stayed behind in the mountain couldn't stand going out into the air for a long time. They started bubbling.
What?
And then when it goes wrong, it causes radiation in the area. Oh, sorry. Oh wait, no, she's talking about what's she talking about? Fallout?
I think she's talking about what's that movie? The Hill Have Eyes.
Oh
I know she's
yeah,
probably
man.
not talking about that, but it reminds me of the people in the mountain where they were like the leftovers from whenever they did the nuclear experiments out there in whatever location.
She said the 100.
Oh, the 100, the show 100s.
Is that what happened? Is that how the world got messed up?
The 100, yeah. They fucked with like nuclear weapon, destroyed the whole planet, and then like they sent people up in space so they can live there for as long as they can to where they can wait for the Earth to be like livable again. But there's still people living there, and they evolve and everything.
Yeah, I watched the first season. I thought it was dope. For some reason, I didn't continue with it. I think it's because I was like, oh man, so many seasons ahead of it.
Yeah,
And then I needed.
It's
First
so
season was
good.
dope though, man.
That
I'm
shit,
mad I
it got a little too deep towards the end, like spiritual deep. I was like, shit, this is crazy.
I never knew that's what happened to the Earth though. I remember they were sending the kids down there and shit. And
Yeah, and then like like when the fallout happened, and then people they went to like their shelter. They had to rebuild like humanity, but they had no idea like what actually happened. Like they'll get like little pieces, and they'll get like little pieces of like a spaceship or something, right? And then they had like a logo of like whatever the company is, and then they worship that logo, like for example, like the Jesus Christ cross. It's like they worship it like that, and then they build a whole religion around that because of whatever the sky people that came down, like they gave us this stuff, and then they took off, and they're waiting for the sky people to come back. So it's like some weird stuff. Like it's like it, like if this were to happen, and humanity got like destroyed like that from ground zero, like humanity, like they would have to relearn everything, but they forget all the knowledge. Like all the knowledge is gone.
Yeah, we gotta start from zero. We gotta
and
start
then like
all over.
whatever advanced humans at that time, they thought like they were like the gods, but they were just advanced humans that fucked it up.
Yeah, that was always the conspiracy theory, anyways. Well, a huge one with like, as far as people back then, our ancient ancestors, they all got depictions of like a god and some being coming down or whatever. It's like
and it's just Elon Musk Senior.
the time travel.
It was just Elon Musk Senior. Like it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Steve
It's
Jobs,
always
Yeah,
it's always like some kind of depiction of like somebody coming down and grace them with like rain. To them, it's probably like, okay, it's like, hey, the gods came down and give us rain. But it's like they came down and gave you like Aquafina or some shit. Or
Yeah, like they just came down with bottles of
Fiji
water.
water.
Yeah, they're like,
They came with they're from the
yeah,
future, so they gave like a bottle of Fiji water, but to them it's like, oh, it rained. Like they
yeah. I
could,
didn't like
because
they,
how can you explain that? How can you explain a damn water bottle back then? You can't.
right. And then like with fire, they just had a lighter, like a big lighter. Like, hey,
Yeah,
let me just light that flame up for you. Like, oh shit, this is a god.
like
He
that.
has fire in his pockets. Say no more, you know.
We're gonna build this giant effigy of you.
Yeah. And
Worship
then they
you.
worship like this person. But then like the
This
cross
human.
logo was just the company logo.
Yeah, that's all it is, right?
It says
That's
like the
all it
Apple.
is.
Like imagine them like worshiping like the Apple logo.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, everybody has like a necklace with the apple.
Tattooed. I was say taking it to the next level. Tattooed and
This
shit.
is our god, Steve. All right, we're gonna take a quick break and then I'm gonna start the next story.
All right.
All right, be right back. All right, and we're back. All right, next story for the night. So police officers are now doing ayahuasca trips.
What?
So like for those of you who don't know what ayahuasca trip is, it's a really strong psychedelic trip that you take using like the ayahuasca plant, and you do it like in a ceremony with a group of people, and it's probably one of the most hardest psychedelic trip that you'll ever take in your life. Like to me, it's like the end game of psychedelics. It's the strongest one, next to like the toad venom. So like so there's like the reason why these officers are doing these psychedelic trips now, like it's mainly happening like in England, because there's a lot of officers in England that has like PTSD and depression, like due to a lot of traumatic incidents that happen like during like the time that they were like an officer over there.
Yeah.
Like for example, there was like they call this like the 2017 Westminster attack. It's when a police officer like a terrorist drove a car into like pedestrians like in central London, right, killing 4 pedestrians and then injuring a whole bunch of other people, and then on top of that he stabbed a police officer to death before
God damn.
being shot by like another officer. So
About time.
yeah, yeah, they call it the Westminster attack. And
Jesus.
the dude that was the officer that was there, like dude, he got like PTSD from that. He got depression. He couldn't even work no more. Like he couldn't even like his normal life. It wasn't even not even livable.
Damn.
So he was like, damn. It's like how do I even like continue like life? It's like because his brain and everything is all fucked up now. So like the crazy thing with this whole thing like with the people doing the ayahuasca trip, right? They said a lot of people, the officers in England, a lot of them were committing suicide. Like a lot, like more officers out there were committing suicide than them dying like on the job. So they're like, hey, there's like a big problem.
Shit.
Yeah, it's like a huge problem out there. They're like
Oh,
why?
they wouldn't make, oh man, they wouldn't make it in America then. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, shit.
America fucking crazy. But they be day one they offer themselves. This place is wild.
Yeah, so like a lot of them like they didn't know where to get the help. They didn't know they took drugs. They drank alcohol. They didn't know how to fix like whatever they were going through. So a lot of them said fuck it. That they start to commit suicide. So this one officer, he was like he was in the military, and he did like he was in Afghanistan for like two tours or something like that, right? And he experienced like a lot of like trauma out there, to where like when he came back home, he couldn't even cope with like regular life no more. He just suffered from PTSD from everything that he experienced there. He's like damn, I can't even live, you know. So he did like an ayahuasca trip for the first time, and he was like it's so life changing. It's almost like you found gold and you want to share it with your people, because like hey, I found like the light, like I found the help, and it happens to be in a psychedelic trip, and he shared it with like like the people that were in like the police unit. It's like, hey, you should try this ayahuasca thing, like it might help you. And then people started taking it, and then they're like, holy shit, this is so life changing. Like they feel like a whole weight is off their shoulder, and now they can actually like live life normal. So then he started this program. It's called the Heroic Hearts Project in the UK, founded by Keith Abraham. This is the dude that had the events like in Afghanistan. And then he would get like a whole bunch of like veterans and police officers to do this therapy there, and then he's able to get like a whole bunch of people help now that's dealing with all these challenges from whatever they dealt with, like with their work or whatever. So that's a huge step in getting people help, especially like people that work in like, you know, that type of job. It's hard.
Yeah, I mean, you ask if you ask anybody that know me, I've never been the biggest supporter of cops. By and large, I'm not the biggest fan of them. I think a lot of them are trash. But I do understand the reality that there are decent cops out there, and whether they're decent cops or not, I do think for their job, they're asked to do a lot. As far as like, okay, one day you'll write somebody a traffic ticket. The next, you're probably dealing with an active shooter with somebody just murdering everyone in a school or something. Right. And then the next day, you got to come to work and then have to write tickets again. And it's kind of like you're all over the place, and it kind of I fucks your head up, I would imagine. So just constantly having to adjust yourself to different situations, people dying on your watch or a partner getting killed, but then you got to eventually come back in, do the job again, and I don't know. That's why a lot of cops are out drunks. That's real shit. A lot of cops are drunks. I'm not even saying this in an insulting way, but the reality is a lot of cops are alcoholics too, because the job is very stressful, man. Yeah. It's hella stressful. Yeah. You have to like. I was just a cop just in the military on a military installation. That ain't shit compared to like thousands upon thousands and millions of people around an area where there's all these personalities and somebody can run up and kill you. It's a lot of shit, man. A lot of people out there. So. No, I'm down for anything that kind of does like a course correction for them to either on a mental health level, you know, especially if they can continue to do their job better, or maybe they need to take a step back from the job or something, because it's a lot to deal with, man. It's a shit ton. Yeah,
like I think there should be like an outlet like that for like if your job is like that wild, like there should be like a program, like not just in England. They definitely should have that program out here where like not only like people that's dealing with PTSD, but it's just normal people, like period. Like maybe they need to see something in a different perspective so they could chill the fuck out, you know, and be like, hey, it's not that serious. You know, we're all in this thing together. Like it shouldn't be like that serious to where you take things like lethally or whatever. You know, you don't want to go to work like being all pissed off, because if you in that position, if you go to work pissed off, guess what? Like other people, they're gonna get affected by you because you can't deal with whatever you're dealing with. So I think I think this program needs to be everywhere. Like I wouldn't say as far as like doing an ayahuasca trip, but something more mild, like a mushroom therapy trip where it's not that aggressive, you know.
Ayahuasca might make some people lose their damn minds, but shrooms is I think that'd be a good little microdosing or whatever. You know, get that kind of, you know, ease their way into it, man.
Yeah, and ayahuasca is like straight up like boom.
Yeah,
here it is. Your rent's due. Yeah, it's aggressive. Like I can imagine it being like really aggressive, because like when I did like the acid trip, I was like, this is so strong, and they're saying ayahuasca is like way stronger than that. It's scary.
Some of the videos I watch ayahuasca, I'm like, that shit like a straight.
Right.
Well, if you try and get out this reality, that's like the express lane. Like you trying to really get up out of here.
Yeah, but if you're really like down in the dirt, like you're really on the bottom of the pebbles, and you need something like to show you like something that'll change your life, I think ayahuasca would be like the step to take. And there's actually places like in Florida that they have ayahuasca ceremonies there where it's fully legal, and it's like it's under like some type of church, and you can actually go there. You don't have to go to Peru, you know, because when you go to Peru, you got to go through a jungle. Like you got to starve yourself for a few days, walking through the jungle, off the grid. Like it's pretty. You got to be like super vulnerable.
Take a boat ride.
You smell like shit. You're not having to take a shower in like 2 days, and then like
mosquitoes everywhere, I bet.
Like, all right, let's start the ceremony, and then you do it at night, and then after they purge you, right? Like after you throw up all this shit and you're having a crazy experience, they're like, all right, everybody get up, we're gonna take another shot. and then they take another shot at the ayahuasca, and they're like, oh, they're like already scared, like, oh fuck it, I made it this far, just keep on going. But I bet you anything, that first one is so scary to where you're like, oh no, I don't want to do it. But then they're like, nope, another shot, we're gonna go for another round.
No mas, no mas, I'm good.
Like, no, take it. Like,
yeah, you did the first one, try the second one.
Yeah, and then it continues your journey. And then a lot of celebrities, they did that stuff, and they came out, they're so different. Their demeanor is all calm and everything. Like,
man, yeah, I've noticed this. Not like with huge celebrities, but it was a couple like I guess like B-list celebrities who were like on some other TV shows. Like for example, the TV show Supergirl. It's no longer on air, but the guy who played Jimmy Olsen, this black dude, who played Jimmy Olsen on the show. After he left the show, he wasn't working for a little bit, and I wasn't sure where he was at, but I want to find out sometime later on his documentary. He popped up randomly on it, like about how he left America for a little bit, and he went and did some ayahuasca trips and changed his life. He's like, I gotta get my mind right because the stresses of like, he's like, I'm not even a big actor in Hollywood, but I'm trying to get my mind right on this shit and just trying to. It's a lot of stress to this, and he went out and did a huge advocate of psychedelics. He's a major advocate. I forget his name right now. Bald black dude. But he played Jimmy Olsen in Supergirl, but huge advocate of psychedelics and specifically ayahuasca. He couldn't brag enough about it. And I was like, man, that's where he been all the time. I mean, he's still acting and everything. He's been doing like Tyler Perry movies and stuff, but this man is like an advocate for it. he's really about it.
Bob says he actually did it multiple times. Yeah.
Oh, Will Smith? Yeah.
Like another Will Smith, he did it. Like, he's like a changed dude. Another person recently that I found out, Deontay Wilder, the boxer.
What?
Yeah, he said it in a damn boxing interview after the fight. He was like, yeah, I've done like the ayahuasca trip, like everything's all love. Like, even though like I lost my fight, it's okay. Like, he's so calm and everything. Like, it's like, this is life.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, because someone like with him, like, dude, he was just yelling the whole time, always angry, mad, and then like after.
Man, it's weird to hear him talk like this.
Yeah. Then he I guess he got to the edge where he was like, "Damn, I need to get some help because I don't even know what's going on anymore in my head." So he took the ayahuasca trip, and now he's normal. Like he feels more comfortable in his own skin, and then he's not pissed off that he lost his fight. Another person, Teofimo Lopez, talked about doing ayahuasca plenty of times, like in Florida. That's a new one. Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox did it.
I did hear about those two doing it together. Yeah, I did hear about that.
And they're fucking chill as fuck now.
They still together after they broke up or some shit?
No, they're together in spirit world, so I think they're gonna be together for a while. Because they saw the truth. They saw the other side. They're like, oh shit, I know your true colors.
This is forever.
Yeah, they saw it. They're like, oh, I know who you are. You're supposed to be exactly where you are right now. Yeah.
As am I.
You're there and I'm here.
Bob says they got back together. See,
they broke up.
Because that's what I heard about them. They did break up.
That's life.
Shout out to them.
Life is wild.
Shout out to them, man. Hey, let's look. This is the future, man. This psychedelic shit. It seems like society is very slowly, starting to peel back the layers of it because it's had a bad rep since God knows how long.
Right.
But now it's starting to come to the forefront of especially with Colorado. Colorado's really putting their foot on the gas with psychedelics. They're trying to make this like a thing. Which I'm all for, man, because it's not destructive. It's not addictive. It's kind of like, hey, do this, boom, 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 boom. Look, I'll tell you, look, when I took my shrooms at one time, my very first time when I took it, I remember I was on the couch, I was like, the fuck am I doing in my life? And I just was kind of like, I realized, I was like, oh my God, I'm not even happy right now. And then when I came out of it, I was like, this is before I had my weird, trippy dream driving like a go-kart on the rainbow. This is before that. The first time I ever took it, I had existential crisis. I'm like, man, how old am I? What am I doing right now? This is my apartment. Changed my shit forever, man. I was realizing man, I'm not happy. And then it took years to get to where I'm at now, but I was like, I realized man, I gotta change what's going on here because I'm not happy with how things are. And I started making adjustments, quit smoking and shit. That was the one thing. Yeah, I quit smoking cigarettes. I never thought I quit smoking cigarettes. That was one of the hardest things ever had. It took me years to get to that point, but I remember when I took shrooms for the first time, I was like, "Oh my god!" It made cigarettes taste it's nasty. It did something in my brain, man. It changed it to where
Mm.
I was like, I don't really don't like this anymore. And then it took years for me to get to the point to quit. But I was like, over time, I was like, this shit is like, I'm not benefiting from any of this. So
Yeah.
straight up just quit, man.
Yeah, that's like another thing, like where people talk about, like it's like once they go through like a heavy psychedelic trip, like they started ditching, like vices like alcohol or smoking
Yeah,
or weed. They're like, you know what? I don't even need this weed like this like that. Well, I don't need to smoke this cigarette no more. It's like they
right.
like how you were saying, like you smoke and be like, oh, this shit's disgusting. Like what the hell am I doing?
Yeah. And I was like, why am I doing this? Like, I remember when I first started smoking, it was to get that little head high. I was like, but I'm chasing nothing now, and
Mm,
all this is fucking my gums up, and it ain't good. So
damn, that's good, man.
yeah, that was when I first started quitting smoking. It took me years to still quit after that, but that was the beginning phase where I was like, man, I need to get off this shit. And then I
Black
like 2.5 years
lungs.
later,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I can breathe good now. Shit, I'm all good. Skin all fucking clean.
Bob says, "Way to go, Chris. Let's go."
Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, cigarettes. That shit is. My dad,
Just
like
eating.
how he quit, it had to be extreme. He had like a few heart attacks before he had to quit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it shouldn't have to get that extreme. So like
I
how
didn't used to
you,
smoke.
huh?
I didn't know you used to smoke.
Dude, he smoked ever since I could remember walking.
I would have never guessed because it never
Yeah.
smelled like smoke when I came over
Yeah, well,
back in the day.
when you're around, he already quit. He already had a few heart attacks already, so it was
Oh, so that's
already
before that point.
yeah
Oh shit.
before. Yeah, it's like middle school.
Okay.
Yeah, yep. He had to go through that wild awakening, like where I'm pretty sure he was on the brinks of the end of the road, and then I'm pretty sure he saw something, and he didn't tell us what he saw, but he changed his
Yeah.
life like boom, like right away.
Bob says 2002.
Yeah,
Damn, shout out to him. It's tough, man. They always say like quitting smoking is harder than any drug. I agree, man.
yeah, I
Because
bet. Yeah.
you do it like I realized too when I took shrooms and I also did like a little bit of therapy sometime after that. But I realized the reason I was smoking cigarettes was tied to like my stress level. I was smoking a lot and I was always stressed out. And I was like, hey, I need to like realize how to deal with my stress. So I stopped turning to cigarettes and I kind of like dealt with that in a whole different way. And I kind of like had to like compartmentalize a lot of issues because I had too many like stress going on in my brain. I was like, hey, I need to separate this shit and then individually figure out how to deal with this. What I need to prioritize stress and what I need to do. What like, look, why I can't do nothing about this, so don't sweat it. But then this
Hmm.
is I need to focus on. So I had to break a lot of shit down, man, and it kind of got me off. That was the red led me down the road to quit smoking cigarettes because,
Yeah,
man, it was
that's
all types
good.
of. I be sitting in Atlanta traffic, like motherfucker, sitting there like fucking 285, being all pissed off, like, oh, this motherfucker sucks. I'm like,
Use your damn turn signal.
yeah, but after a while, I was like, hey, like, Chris, the main thing you got to do is get home safe,
Mm-hmm.
relax. And now
Right.
stop. Like, I was like, man, it was
Yeah.
tough,
That's like how I drive now. I was like, I don't even care if I'm late no more.
right? I was
Now
like,
I'm
what was
late
I
every
getting?
day.
I'm like, this is my final form.
Bob says,
Uh,
she said my dad was delirious at the hospital, like seeing shit, talking nonsense. He didn't recognize people. Like, yeah, I think he experienced like an
from the
out of
heart attack?
body experience, and then on top of that, he was kind of like not even in the driver's seat. You know, it's
Oh,
almost like he took a back seat, and then like another character came and took over.
I was like, let me show you your
And I
possible.
think when he took the back seat, he probably experienced like I would think like a NDE, like a near death experience, because
Yeah.
something happened to him like at the hospital where they fixed something, but then like another issue happened that they created. Like it was like a stomach issue, and then I think he was actually supposed to die like from this, but then they fixed the problem, and that shit was wild. Like at that time, because he was like when he was like healing and stuff. You know, he had like the poop bag sticking out the side of his stomach,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
he had
yeah,
like
yeah.
me and my brother change it. I would take it and then I would hold my breath and then, pour it out. And I was like,
Oh,
this is this is crazy. But then he healed from it, of course, and then
that's great.
back to normal now.
Damn, I would have never guessed your father went through all that, man.
Just dude, he went through a lot. And what's crazy, like like when he got better and stuff, like him and my mom, like what they like to do is like gardening, right? Like they're big on that. And then one day, right, I went into my garage or my mom's garage, and I opened the door. My dad was growing like oyster mushrooms, like a whole wall with oyster mushrooms. I was like, how did he learn this? And this was before I got into it. So I was like, he was ahead of it before me. So I was like, my dad was growing mushrooms in the garage, dude. I was like, what's going on?
Like,
and it was flourishing. I was like, he had a whole little technique going on and everything. It was like, it was pretty impressive looking back at it.
It's like finding out your dad is Heisenberg.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't know you're like a mycologist / like meth user. I mean, like, you know, like, yeah, like a mycologist. Like, we didn't even know that.
I didn't know you was OG.
I was like, what? Out here, like, doing things. Now it has like a hydroponic system in the backyard. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, I remember like way back in the day. I remember your mom used to have like tomatoes in the backyard.
They next level now.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I just had a flashback of that. Bob says, I will hold my laughs when the bag started making farting noises. I would have to excuse myself. Oh.
Yeah, like, yeah, those are the times, man. I can still smell it.
Oh, yeah. Smells you can never forget, man. That's the one thing your brain like maintains is like the smell.
Yeah, it's like it has like a DNA code, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
it's like when you smell it, like,
yeah, it just takes you back to like that memory. Like when you smell anything that's similar to what reminded you of that event. Like, remember we were talking how like I smell like this perfume, right? And then it took me all the way back to kindergarten because my kindergarten teacher smells like that same perfume.
No.
I was like, that's so weird, dude.
My last job, there was this lady I used to always see all the time, and she chewed like gum, had this perfume on her. It was one day she walked past me, and she was talking to me. I could smell the gum that she was chewing on and the perfume. When she walked away, I was like, oh my God, she smells like my second grade teacher. It's like, my brain just took me all the way back. Actually, she wasn't even my second grade teacher. She was like the second grade teacher assistant.
The PA.
Yes.
Or the TA, the teacher assistant.
Teacher assistant, yeah, TA. Yeah. And yeah, I was like, so when I smelled, I was like, holy shit, you smell like Miss So-and-so.
Miss So-so.
I haven't seen that lady in like over 30 years, and she's probably dead and gone, but I still remember her.
Smelling like some pencil shavings. Bob says, reminds me of old Mexican ladies. The rose perfume. Oh,
the rose perfume, yeah.
The little bottle with the little rose engraving on there. Man, Mexican people, to me, on a Monday, if you come across any Mexicans on a Monday, I think everybody can relate to this. They smell like fresh laundry. But only on Monday, though.
What?
Yeah. Like, when I'm at work, right, and then Mexican people, they walk past me on a Monday, you could smell how strong their laundry detergent is.
You know, you know what? Coming from someone who is engaged to someone who is Puerto Rican and Mexican, yes, she doing my laundry right now. So it's not like I'm not saying I'm some boss shit, but no, she's really big on laundry. She got like we actually use like these
I didn't know these secrets.
Well, I know what we're using right now because me, I used to be like throw pods in, keep going, do my laundry.
Wait, before you continue, the softener, is it the one with the lady holding the baby? Is that the one you use?
No, ours is like some kind of like biodegradable type of like, it's like, you know, you have like a dryer sheet.
Oh, you're super clean. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we've been using like these washing machine sheets. They come off in like little tiles, and you turn them off each one.
That's new technology.
You throw them in the washing machine, and then like it cleans the fuck out because you gotta like use no detergent, no pods, no nothing. It's all like biodegradable. Yeah.
No softener.
Oh no! You just throw the sheet in there, man. That's crazy. It blew
what the hell?
Blew my mind when she showed me.
When you dry clothes, do you use like those little sheets?
Yeah, the dryer sheets. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we use that, but they make sheets for the washing machine now. That's what tripped me out. I was like, wait, I thought this is for the dryer. And then Melissa was telling me like, no, this is for like the washing machine. You have to like, you just tear it off and then you throw it in. You ain't gotta use no detergent, no softener, no nothing.
I never see that at the grocery store. Oh wait, I don't go grocery store. Never mind.
What is that? No, she's been buying it online. She's been buying it from this website, and it's kind of like biodegradable.
Oh,
we recycle over here, man. My life has changed.
Because I remember you mentioned this before, and I completely forgot about it.
Dude, the smell sticks to your clothes, man. Bob says, I'll be wondering how they be washing their clothes. That's what I never noticed if this. I didn't know this is a Mexican thing. This is new to me, but it makes sense because now the knowledge I have is like, all right. Bob says I use this Mexican type of detergent that comes in a bag. It has no irritants. We don't use dryer sheets or fabric softener. It messes with your hormones. Yeah, you gotta makes you itch and shit. Nah, I got sensitive skin too. So
it's crazy how like humans, right? Like us, like there's all this new technology and stuff, and then we try to take shortcuts to be more healthy, but then we still have like these other things that we do that keeps us almost balanced, like with the whole toxic level. It's like sure you're trying to like be better by getting better detergent so you could get less toxins in your body, but then on top of that you're still using like regular deodorant that has all that aluminum and stuff, and then your body's absorbing all this toxic. It's almost like you go back to square one. You try to fix something, right? But then you still keep like the same, like whatever. There's like other stuff that keeps you right back to like the base level.
And you're alcoholic, so it's like
Then on top of that, you're drinking wine and beer and stuff. Like, it's like
so it's a whole nother level of fuckery.
Bob says she uses stone deodorant. Oh, she uses like a stone from a stone, like
an actual rock.
Talking about, Bob? Like a rock. What
like a pet rock, like under your arms?
Yeah, like a pet rock. Like, come on.
Sounds dangerous.
You gotta be more.
A crystal. That's even worse.
Okay, still
even worse.
Yeah. Like her explaining it got even harder to even try to figure out what she's talking about. So she's using a crystal stone deodorant. Where'd you get that, on Etsy?
Yeah, that sounds like
something. Like they got a lot of people making homemade stuff.
Yeah, homemade. I was like saying. Yeah, that's like somebody made that shit in a damn backyard.
Yeah.
In an RV, made that shit in an RV. Like,
I'm using like this soap deodorant that's the seal is like a Moldavite seal.
She says, Bob says Amazon. 5 stars.
You ever heard of the Sasquatch soap?
No. Wait, I think I have. I think I've seen the ads for it on YouTube.
The ads are like pretty funny. But
they're hilarious. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it, but I need to talk about it.
I almost bought it, but I was like, damn, that's pretty pricey for like a bar of soap.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you got another story?
Yeah, I got a quick story.
Okay. Before you go, one quick break.
Yeah.
Be right back. And we're back with the last topic of the night with Chris Unholy. Jesus.
All right. I don't have my notes up for this. I'm going to go off of memory. So right now, currently, I didn't know this, but the moon is shrinking. Yes, the moon is getting tinier. Scientists have discovered because they're having massive earthquakes and it's causing the ground to shift and parts to break off. And so the moon is getting tinier and tinier and tinier.
Tinier. Is that a word?
It says something about. It has something to do with. I'm sorry.
My bad. Go ahead.
It has something to do with like the core of the moon is actually like overheating and it's causing like ruptures, I think, or some of this shit. But either way, the moon is getting smaller, and right now the world is trying to figure out. At least NASA is trying to figure out how can we do this, because right now, as I speak, there's a mad race for what's it? I think it's like America, China, Russia, India, which they just been shooting stuff at the moon right now, trying to get people on it, and a couple of big wig countries out there that got space programs. Everybody's actually racing for the moon right now, man. There's a mad dash for the moon, like a huge dash to the moon. Everybody's trying to get to the South Pole, to be more specific, to where these countries are trying to get to, because there's a spot on the moon called what's the name of it again? It's called Craters of Eternal Darkness. So on the South Pole of the moon, there are craters who basically their entire, like, since the moon has been a moon, has never gotten any sunlight at all. Like, it's craters so deep where the sun has never reached it at all. Mm-hmm. And so America, Russia, China, India, Canada, anybody with a space program is trying to get to the South Pole. So, because right now, a lot of these countries are trying to build a lunar base on the South Pole of the moon, mm-hmm. because they believe that within this eternal darkness crater where sunlight has not been touched is a bunch of ice. And in that ice could hold the evidence of like possible life or anything like that within it, because it's all frozen. Billions of years this ice has been frozen. So everybody's trying to make a mad rush there to get to this damn spot. And that's why right now NASA has this project called Artemis 3 going on right now. Well, the whole goal is like they're going to fly up there drop astronauts off down there for like a week to start setting up a base and then kind of establish things and then kind of get things going because they're trying to get minerals. This is for mining for minerals. That's the bottom line of what these countries trying to get.
Did they say what type of minerals like they're getting on the moon?
Not yet. They have not because like they haven't really been able to set up shop yet. But these are all plans going on for all these countries, which is why like I remember last year when they said India was like trying to send like a mission to the moon. India, yes,
Bollywood,
yes, Bollywood, India. Like last year, I didn't even know they had a damn space program, but last year they was like sending, I can't remember if they sent someone or a drone, but they're trying to like colonize the moon right now. So there's like a race right now. Everybody's trying to get to the moon because there's a spot on the South Pole where these minerals are so, like they're trying to find minerals that are untouched, but they've been there for like billions of years. Like it's frozen in suspended animation, and the big countries are trying to get it because
you think we can smoke it?
Smoke it or probably smoke some moon dust. like
shit, Heisenberg.
All it is like instead of like instead of like trying to explore space and trying to figure out what's good for humanity, this is another way to exploit some minerals to gain profit. This is what it seems like. Because everybody's racing for it. Russia's racing for it. Everybody's trying to set up a base right now on the South Pole of the moon. And I was reading a BBC article about it like last night about it's like nobody really knows why. Everybody's trying to keep it a secret. But everybody's in the space program is
they know. But like here's the thing, like isn't China they already have a rover out there going to the dark side of the moon and everything? Like they're the one that's really exploring. Or like, what does the U.S. have another rover on there? Because I know China has a rover on there.
I remember we talked about before. China was set up a mission now before, and I think they have gone over there and done some like research and exploration. But I know America right now is trying to set up like NASA more specific. They're trying to set up another man-made mission to the moon, and man hasn't been on the moon since what the damn 60s, 70s, what the hell it was.
Yeah,
like crazy. Man hasn't been up there a long time. But so the reason why I bring up this story about humans trying to colonize the moon and take it for resources is because the moon's earthquake, because the moon is getting smaller and because the earthquake is like basically just tearing up the land and it's making it smaller and smaller, they're saying that it's getting harder to land on the moon now. So that's the whole point where they say like because it's getting smaller in terms of environment, they're not gonna have any place to land on the moon. So they're saying like this might pose a possible issue for this new exploration thing that humans are trying to do right now. We're trying to get minerals from the moon. You think so the moon is kind of like shaking stuff off, all this shit, and humans are like, we have an expedition with Artemis 3 to South Pole to get minerals for this billions of year old crater that we can get minerals from, but we might not be able to land there because the land keeps shifting. Put the tinfoil beanie on. What if this is the moon's defense mechanisms? So nobody lands on that bitch.
Bob do make a point because I was just gonna say like they're just trying to make an excuse not to go there, but Bob did say like. But they can land on an asteroid, but they can't land on the moon because
you know what I'm saying? Like they designing shit right now to land on asteroids.
They literally landed on an asteroid and be like, "Hey, you flying? Oh, we just landed on you."
But they're talking about right now how to figure out if asteroids come to Earth. But you ever seen the movie Armageddon where they send like astronauts to that big ass asteroid and they put like bombs on it to blow that bitch up? Damn. They're trying to figure out a way now where. That shit like it's gonna work. If this asteroid come to Earth, they'll send a drone out there. A drone will put rockets onto the asteroid because it's saying like blow up an asteroid, which is true. We'd be like taking a shotgun and shooting the whole damn planet Earth with it because all that shit's gonna just come flying down towards us because of the gravity. So they're gonna attach rockets to it and then inch the rocket out the way with the rockets attached to the asteroid and make it go around Earth. Y'all can't land on the moon. What?
That shit is right there as a target. Like.
It's there.
It got smaller. It's like, it might be too hard to land. Like, no, stop making excuses. If China's on there, you can go back. Go.
Yes.
China on there. They didn't use that. Oh, it's getting smaller. Like, no, we out there. Like, zoom.
Yeah,
see
man.
A go-kart on there with the Chinese flag, and they're just drifting on the moon. Meanwhile, America is making all these excuses. It's actually shrinking. Like, so, according to our calculations that we're using on the T98 calculator, whatever the calculators they use, we cannot land on the moon. It's more difficult now. And meanwhile, they're landing like shit on the damn asteroid. It makes no sense.
Like what was some kind of like propaganda made to like kind of like scare other countries from like trying to explore the moon? Like we're trying to get there ourselves, so we gotta start a rumor.
I don't know. I think they're just shitting on the human race now. Like they're just shitting on us now.
They're taking a weird, like all these major countries are taking a weird special interest in the moon right now. Like more, at least in our lifetime, because that Buzz Aldrin shit, that was before us, before we was born. This is like the first time they've taken interest in the moon in decades. And now it's like there's something in this crater that's billions of years old. They say it's minerals. It might be a weapon. Who knows? It might be a Zoom meeting. I don't know what's going on in there, but there's a meeting ready to pop off. But they are all trying to race. Everybody's trying to get to the goddamn moon right now, and they all set up programs. Like I said, Artemis 3, they got some shit right now where.
You think China found something? That's why, like, and then like we probably spied on China too. But then they found something on the moon to where the U.S. is like, oh shit, they found something that's actually like usable that might change the difference with who's the power. Like the whole power structure. It might be a power shift.
Or they met somebody. Something. They met something up there and then had conversations with somebody.
They had a conversation with the people that was already on the moon.
Yeah.
And they gave them access to the conference room.
Got some contract or some shit. You know what I'm saying? It could be.
Like, hey, hello, Earth people. You guys want to sign a new contract? Because it's getting. I think we're reaching the end of whatever contract we had before. Because too much weird stuff is happening now. Where I think the veil is so thin. You see all these ghost videos on Instagram and TikTok now, where the ghost is just having a ball, playing peekaboo with everybody, and you're like, okay, I don't know if this is real or it's not real, but there's so much now, and you start to think like, camera phones exist a long time ago, but now we're seeing such an overwhelming amount of ghost videos now. You start to think like, there's something happen, like with our reality and another reality. Like, is the veil really that thin where you can play peekaboo with the ghosts and shit?
Right.
Aliens popping in and out of reality. You don't know if it's CGI. You don't know if it's a real UFO. You just don't know no more because we have so much AI technology. You could literally fake anything now.
Anything. Man.
We don't know anymore.
Voice, visual, everything. You won't know nothing.
Yeah. Scary because we don't know no more.
That was like doing that. That's like with the Russia and Ukraine war, where Russia released this video of I forget the president's name of Ukraine, but it's a video of him surrendering to Russia. And then they come to find out that was all deep fake, man. Yeah. All deep fake. And if you got the eyes for it, you can kind of tell it's a deep fake. But the fact that they made the attempt and the fact, man, that's wow,
scary. Like you can imagine, like our own government using it on us too. Like a lot of stuff that they're talking, like maybe they're the one that created like a whole fake thing. Like the dude's just chilling on the couch, but then they made like a whole fake deep fake of the president talking or whatever,
That's why I think like with the whole Taylor Swift thing, there's a government psyop to like for the government to like make sure nobody can ever use deep fakes ever again, but only the government can. This is like the backdoor to crack down on this shit.
That's a good point.
Like Agent Swift, we have a mission for you. we got some deep fakes.
Yeah, because they needed something crazy to happen to where the public would agree on them censoring like people using deep fakes. So now only the government can use it, or if you use it, guess what? You're in big trouble now because they have a control over this. This part of AI that they're trying to control because it's getting out of control. But now they needed a reason to where the public is agreeing. To like, hey, yeah, you can't use people's stuff like that, and blah blah blah, and all the public agree with it. So the government's like, yeah, you guys want this, right? Okay, we're gonna block this off to like regular users now. Only
this is what y'all want.
Yeah, it's like this. You guys want this, right? Like, guys all voted. Like everybody upvote on Twitter or whatever on X, and we give the people what they want. It's almost like
they're very good at like getting people to vote against their best interests. The government is. They're very good at it. That's how we end up in fucking Iraq and shit. Everybody's like,
I was just gonna say that the whole 9/11 thing.
No, 9/11 thing. Everybody's like, where we going? It's Iraq's fault. Iraq had nothing to do with that shit. But yet we was there fighting Iraq for 20 years, all because you got the people to go with it. You got the people to agree with it because a lot of people didn't know the truth behind it, man, and then they just ran with it.
But they got the green light from the public. They're like, you guys want us to do this? You guys want us to go? It's like, yeah, go over there, get revenge.
All right, we'll blow up them brown people for you. Y'all told us to.
Okay, we about to take over.
That's what y'all wanted.
They about to know our name.
I remember back then when the Iraq War first started. If you can't say nothing to disagree with it, man. I was like, what's his name? Yeah. Toby Keith. Toby Keith, the country singer, just died like last week or this week. Just died. But I was reading an article about him how he dragged the Dixie Chicks, another country music group of females, 3 females, who got dragged through the mud back in the early 2000s because I remember they didn't even agree with the Iraq War. They protested it and lost their whole careers over it. And Toby Keith was one of the dudes that was like, putting his goddamn foot down, saying like, yeah, they're not American, and they hate America, they whatever. And it's like, but the war was wrong then, is wrong now, and more people see how it is wrong now. Most people across the board agree the Iraq War was messed up, but it's weird how like, god damn, everybody was on board with this shit, and if you called it out back then, your ass was getting thrown under the train, and then your career was done. Yep. And they were Grammy winners too, Grammy winning white women. Like country singers, and they got wrecked over their disagreement over the Iraq War. So, once you get the public to back you up on shit, like how Pearl Harbor was another one, where I don't care what anybody says, I think, because the general public did not agree with getting involved in World War II until Pearl Harbor happened. Mm-hmm. When Pearl Harbor happened, everybody in America was like, yeah, let's kill everybody over there. And then the war went off smoothly as America wanted.
Like, so hey, we need a reason to do this. Like, hey, Japan, you want kamikaze? You guys want to run this?
We said, did you get the check?
Checked cleared. And then they just send their people on a damn suicide mission.
Go on and send Kenji over here and drop a damn fucking plane.
15 kiloton blast. Wait, that's atom bomb. Never mind.
Killed everyone real fast.
We're gonna do this, but actually, do you agree with us bombing you guys? They're like,
go ahead, hit me right here.
As well, we deserved it. For some reason, they deserved it. What's crazy, like Japan, they're always getting attacked with like a lot of shit, even like with nature. So I'm wondering if Japan, they had something to do with a lot of like a generational trauma, like for that country. Like they're working off like debt from like 1,000 years ago because they probably did something that was so messed up to where they got so much debt, like they would experience like a lot of fucked up stuff. I always thought about that.
You should always look up. I don't know about the entire history of Japan, but I know one of the biggest atrocities they ever did was during World War II. They went to China and started killing and raping women. Like they did a mess on China during World War II, and to the level of what would kind of make the Nazis back then blush. Like they did some wild shit, but nobody really speaks on it. And then we talked about on the podcast before too, where the Japan government was actually trying to cover it up from the Japanese citizens, because a lot of Japanese citizens don't know this shit. Right. But the government's kind of like, hey, this never happened. World War II was just about Nazis. And we kind of just gloss over why we were on the side of Nazis. But no, they went in on China, man. It was horrible to China. They killed like 100,000 some Chinese people.
Yeah, they were pretty ruthless. Like their government is really ruthless. Like another thing, like I just heard recently, Japan, they like invaded like the Philippines too, and they fucked the shit out of the Philippines.
Yeah, the Pacific War, man, that was wild. Japan was wild, man.
Dude, that's why like the Japan people, the citizens, like, hey, no, that's not us, that's our government. We don't like that shit either. Like whatever they did in the past, like, hey, we have nothing to do with it. We're just out here trying to survive, because they're trying to live peaceful now, because there's so much aggression that's like pent up, I guess, like with that generation, like it kind of seeped into the new generation. But on top of that, like it's still in them, so I think like they're dealing a lot with that trauma, and they're suppressing a lot of it. But I always wondered like why Japan, they always go through like these crazy like earthquakes, tsunamis, and I was like, damn. I was like, are they getting what they deserve, like from whatever karma, what comes around goes around? You have to gotta pay the bills, Yeah, they stay in some type of apocalyptic event, and it's like, god damn, right? Like January 1st, 2024, they experienced that huge earthquake, and good thing it wasn't like as bad, but it could have been really bad. Yeah, it's been worse. Yeah, god damn, the universe is like, psych. Remember, like, hey, remember what you guys did.
So, we're watching.
This is a
that's it for the moon mission. I'm gonna try to keep up with the story, because boy, everybody trying to run to the moon right now.
Shit, it makes me want to go to the moon. Like if they were if they like sent a letter to your house, right? Legit letter from NASA or Elon. They said, hey, Chris Unholy, we're doing like this new project on the moon, and you're one of the candidates that we want to send out there because you seem very qualified, and we want to send you out there to help us gather information on the moon. Would you go up there, like in your current position right now?
No.
And it was a 100% legit offer.
Hell no. No, I'm getting married next year. Speaking of which, sidetrack.
Okay.
October 11th next year is the wedding.
Wow, October 11th.
October 11th. And I'm sending Bob an invite too. Bob and Jeremy's getting an invite.
Oh, what's the location?
It's in Jonesboro, I think.
Oh, you're doing it out here?
Yeah, we getting out there, man.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you know more of the deets
we're not going
a little bit later.
But
it's dead out here, boy. We live in the desert. You don't want to see this shit. Now we was trying to think of some more of like a was more feasible for everybody to make it there because we did out of country, whatever. Most of our loved ones won't be able to make it, or what we do out of state, and most people that we love and care about won't be able to make it. So we say, let's do Georgia. That's our home base.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It's not too far from Terra Boulevard, but it's like in the middle. Like Terra Boulevard is a huge forest out there.
Is it close to like where you did the engagement party? No,
it's further. It's actually towards south. It's towards Jodica Road, I think, or around Terra Boulevard, somewhere around there. Yeah, it does. When I saw it, I was like, I know that.
I can walk there.
It's like just jump over your neighbor's fence, you'll be over there.
Dude, you wouldn't even like recognize like my exit no more. They built so much stuff now.
Dude, they built so. I watched it evolve over time. I was like, this looks kind of. I remember one time I was driving over to your house and I was like, God damn, like that changed the whole.
Yeah,
it's the same, but not.
Yeah, you should see it on the other side. Like when you get off of the highway, it's all like we're getting like this high tech Chick-fil-A 2-story. Like it's gonna be the second one in the state where they have 2-story Chick-fil-A, and we have the other one, the advanced one, high tech.
Damn. They should have been did that, man. In hindsight, Chick-fil-A is so popular. They should have.
It happens to be on my exit. I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay, about time we're getting all this cool shit.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Bob says 2025. It's 2024, right? At the end of October of this year. Wait.
2025. I'm sorry. I'm glad 2025 next year.
Okay. I got
next
some
year.
time. Some time
Yeah,
to do some crunches. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're trying to go to France this year too, so we gotta spread this bitch out.
Paris.
Yeah, Paris. We're trying to go to Paris for my sister's birthday or something like that. So.
Which sister? The one in Savannah?
My oldest sister. She's out there in
the
Decatur.
one I saw the engagement party. That's the first time I saw your other sister.
Yeah, you know it is. Yeah, because you said my younger one before, but not.
Yeah, but she wasn't there though, right?
No.
The older one. Yeah, that's the first time I saw her. I was like, oh shit, okay, it makes sense.
She's like, oh, there she is.
Yeah, it's like I didn't even know you had another sister, but I know you talk a lot, but I never seen her, so I was like, it's just like Leon. You know, Leon has a sister.
What? I thought you had a brother.
I've never seen her in my whole life. Even like when we were in high school, I never saw her.
The hell?
Yeah, that fool got a whole ass sister.
I thought he just had a brother, and I never even seen him.
Yeah, he got a sister that was never in the picture. It's just gone the whole time.
Man, be like that, man. Family weird.
Georgia. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. We got to take next Saturday off because we're gonna be on the mountains next week.
Oh shit, we are going to Tennessee?
Yeah, we already got a cabin, so it's gonna be fun. So we'll take next Saturday off, and you can enjoy your weekend next week.
Can't wait to see the pics, man. You snowboarding?
Yeah, I'm gonna be snowboarding.
My man, I need to get back on that shit, man. We got mountains out here, but I haven't done nothing.
Dude, Utah got like one of the best resorts out there. That's what I heard.
A lot, man. We like 45 minutes away from Colorado. Yeah, we got because northern Utah's has a more of a Colorado feel. It's a shit ton of mountains, man.
Yeah. The rich people go to Utah to snowboard. That's what I heard. Because it's better.
This is rich people. Yeah. This is rich people country, man. Mm-hmm. Over here, this is old rich people too. Old white rich people that drive slow as shit.
This is just my vacation home.
Right, that's my second home. I'm actually from Canada.
Basil's over there. That Winnebago.
Yeah,
that's Basil's. That's where he cooks the meth. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll catch you the week after next, probably the end of February. So, on top of that, everybody happy Chinese New Year. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Black History Month.
Make those babies. Happy Black History. What else? What else is this? Happy National Pizza Day.
Let's get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
National Women's Month, I think. I don't know what's going on.
Happy leap year.
Yeah. Wait, is it leap year this year?
It's leap year.
That's what I thought.
We got an extra day this month.
Let's go.
All right, guys. Peace out. Adios.
See you, fam.